Hello and welcome to Dino's Matchbox Rejuvenations. It's my first ever episode and maybe you can learn something from my mistakes because I'm a bit of a newbie at this. So today we'll be looking at a 56 Ford pickup, or as we in Australia call it, a ute. So this is a new one which I picked up this year, different casting, made in a different country. Here I am showing you it upside down, the riding. And this is the one we'll be tackling. Made in 2000. It's got that lovely brown base, brown front grille and bumpers. So let's get cracking. Here we go. We're going to drill out the post. Just going to do a quick 1.5mm pilot hole. Just looking for drill bits the right size to take those mushroom ends off, and then hopefully it'll all just fall apart. Now I'm just looking for a drill bit to carefully drill out the stud that holds the windscreen in. Yeah, super paranoid here that it's all pretty shallow stuff and the windscreen's only made out of plastic, plus I was worried about going straight through the roof, and that would be the end game. And off it pops with the help of a toothpick, and fairly satisfied with that. And here's all the bits and pieces. Just adding a little bit of light oil so I can cut a thread into the post so I can screw it all back together. Unfortunately I got a whole heap of M3 screws, which really is just a tad too big for these posts. Doesn't leave a lot of meat on. I'll have to try and find some M2s. I'm going to go with the caustic soda and boiling water to remove the paint off the body. I've seen this done on Matchbox Garage. It seems to work okay, and plus I've got this nice big thick vase. Let's see how we go. Yeah, I might add I'm also wearing some pretty heavy duty gloves. This stuff would be pretty dangerous, and I think it'd burn your skin. So, yeah, well, it doesn't hurt to be a little bit safety conscious. Took 2 goes, soaking it in the caustic soda, but paint came off, and here's the result. It did a pretty good job. So I'm just going to clean up all the other plastic bits and pieces, and then I'll clean up the body and give things a paint. Just for a bit of fun, I thought I'd try and change the colour of the chrome on the wheels to gold with a paint pen, just for a bit of practice. And it's not looking too bad. At least it'll look alright from a distance. Yeah, the windscreen wasn't too bad, but it did have a few fine scratches in it. So I've got this acrylic polish and a cotton bud. So we'll just give it a bit of a polish up, see if we can make it a little bit better. This is a self-shining floor polish, which I got from the local hardware. It came in a yellow bottle. Probably not quite the same as the Pledge, but I can't seem to find that stuff anywhere. It dried off really nicely. Put it under a bowl for overnight, and we might as well give it a really good soak. I'm going to fish that out now. While I was at it, thought I might as well give the interior a bit of a go as well. Can't hurt. Anyway, it should give it a bit of a nice shine. Oop, and it goes in as well. Now to give the body a nice buff up with a wire wheel on my Dremel-like tool, but it's not a Dremel, it's a cheap version. Wearing glasses with this sucker's a good idea. Those little wire pieces or strands come out of that wheel all the time, so it's, I hate it when that happens. Yeah, those little strands come out all the time. And sort of bouncing off my face and my hands. You know, I'm just going to, there's a little bump in the bonnet there. I'm just going to take it out with a file. Also wearing gloves. I figure I've got really oily hands, and oil and paint doesn't mix. And it's looking all right. Just putting in some longer screws into the post. It'll give me something to hang on to while I give a coat of the Tamiya fine primer in white, I think I used. And here it is, and so far I think it's looking alright. Also did the base. Thank goodness the primer didn't melt it. I was a little bit worried. So now I'm just going to stand them up, and I'll put my big bars over the top of them to keep any dust from settling on it, and let it sit for a day or so. Here's the base, all painted in silver with the airbrush, and I'm trying to be steady. So small this thing, it's like steady old man, steady. and I'll paint in a few details. Here's the body after a couple of coats of blue. The paint I used is a couple of years old, and I used to race 10th scale RC touring cars, and the paint was used for Lexan bodies. So you paint it on the inside, so it doesn't matter how badly you paint it, it always looks good because the bodies are clear. But I'm not too sure about the finish of this. I'll see what it looks like after a clear coat. Yeah, just a little dollop of clear silicone on the top of the windscreen. A little tip I got from watching Marty's Matchbox makeovers, and it really did. It just popped in there, really nice, satisfying. Okay, final assembly, and then we'll assess and see what we've got. And here it is, the final product. I really must get myself one of those turntable spinny thingies. Am I happy? No, not at all. Paint's crap. But I'll try a different paint next time. And into the display cabinet it goes. At least from a distance that paint will look okay, I suppose. Hey, if you made it this far, thanks for watching. Hit the like button, and I'll see if I can do better on the next one. Cheers.